those Giants. Here is the first one, a 62-yard connection to Byron Williams in the first quarter at the Meadowlands. Williams breaking a tackle and taking it in to make it 7-0 Giants. Phil Simms celebrating, and why not? He spent so much time injured, now getting a chance to play and doing very well. Later, a Lawrence Taylor hit jars the ball loose from Gary Hogeboom. It is picked up by Andy Hedden, and Hedden goes 81 yards with the fumble recovery and run. Part of the Giants' 28-7 victory at home today over Dallas. They went to overtime in Atlanta before a field goal by Ed Murray with 9 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the overtime. A 48-yard field goal won it for Detroit, 27-24 over Atlanta. Both those clubs now 1-1. Phil McAtee, what's going on elsewhere?
You mentioned Phil Simms. He had a good game here in New York and in St. Louis. It was a good afternoon for Neil Lomax, 21 of 29 for 265 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Kay Stevenson is still winless in 1984, and he looked on as Neil Lomax went to work in the first quarter. First of two Neil Lomax touchdown passes here, this one to Roy Green of 4 yards. And then later in the first quarter, Lomax again. This time he hooks up with Otis Anderson, who also had a good day. It was the longest of days for Joe Ferguson. Ferguson sacked here in the third quarter by Curtis Greer. He has a broken nose. That is the preliminary report. Matt Koffler came on in relief, and the Cardinals went on to win it by a score of 37-7. You know, Kansas City was 1-7 on the road a year ago. They have now won 2 straight on the road, and John Makovic's crew is off to a good start. Sam White's debut at Riverfront, he also has not had a victory in 1984. He watched Todd Blackledge go to work. Blackledge still impressive, replacing Bill Kenny. Nice grab here by Anthony Hancock. 14-0 Kansas City. Then in the third quarter, another touchdown pass, this one of 19 yards to Carlos Carson. Late in the game, Bengals driving. M.L. Harris fumbled after a nice reception. Chiefs went on to run out the clock, 27-22. Kansas City once again 2-0. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. The Saints had to come from behind to win this one. And these are two clubs that didn't have good opening days. Bum Phillips watched his Saints lose last week to Atlanta. The Bucs scored first. Jack Thompson, TD pass of 3 yards to number 46, Adger Armstrong out of Texas A&M. Then the Saints tied it up. Tyrone Anthony, who comes in for Bum Phillips in short yardage situations, he scores 7-7. Here's how the ball game ended. Saints driving. Richard Todd, 41-yard pass to Hokie Guyjon, who did some nice footwork up the right sideline. That set up an 8-yard touchdown run, and here it is. Richard Todd hands off to Mr. Guyjon, 8-yard touchdown run, 17-13. The Saints pull it out. Minnesota and Philadelphia. Philadelphia wins it 19-17. Ron Jaworski, a 1-yard TD pass.
2 seconds left to go in the first half. The rookie Paul McFadden is on for his third field goal of the day. It is 49-yarder on the attempt. And as you can see right here, it is good. 9-3 at halftime. He added another one, 12-3 with a quarter to go, but what a quarter it was. The Vikings pull off a trick play. Running back Alfred Anderson will pass to the quarterback, Tommy Kramer. Perfectly legal, 20 yards on the touchdown. The Eagles' lead is cut to 12-10. On the next Eagles possession, defensive end Robert Cobb knocks the ball loose from Ron Jaworski. The Vikings have it at the Eagles' 11-yard line, and 3 plays later, it is Anderson putting them at top 17-12. But here's the winning drive. Wilbert Montgomery goes to the 4. On that run, he became the Eagles' all-time rusher. Now it is 4th down from the 1. 1 play to go, and they call on Wilbert Montgomery with that much time left. Wilbert will not make it into the end zone, but if you watch carefully, he was hit in the face mask right there. A penalty was called. 1 more chance with 7 seconds to go. This time, a little bit of gambling for the Eagles as they head to the line. You would expect a run, but Jaworski is going to fake the run and throw to tight end John Spagnuolo. Here is the winning play today at Veterans Stadium. 19-7, the final score today. A good home opener. Here's the scoreboard. An interesting stat today. Ron Jaworski was 27 of 37 passing, 240 yards in the ball game. And the big stats, of course, 19 for the Eagles, 17 for Minnesota. Elsewhere today, he made up for the loss to Lendl in the French Open this year. Well, for Lendl, he has been the runner-up at that tournament for the past 3 years, as today, once again, it is McEnroe.
Rounds 2, Philadelphia and Minnesota. And what an ending to this game, as the Eagles pull it out against the Vikings, 19-17. Philadelphia led because of 4 field goals in the game. But then Minnesota went back to a little razzle-dazzle here. And it was the rookie running back, Alfred Anderson, back to quarterback Tommy Kramer for a touchdown. And Minnesota pulled to within 2. Then they went ahead. Now it's 4th and goal. Time running out. And Wilbert Montgomery is brought down by a beautiful tackle. Minnesota celebrates. They think they've got the football and the victory. But Jim Tunney says, hold on. That's face mask against the defense. Automatic first down. Then with a couple of ticks left on the clock, Ron Jaworski faked run. Came up and John Spagnola in the back of the end zone caught the pass, and the Eagles win it. On the day, Jaworski was 27 of 37. He had those 2 touchdowns, or 2